Hey, are you the guy from the pit? Waiting for Santa Claus, what do you think? Wait. So, if you're not who we're waiting for, then I suggest... Not that it's any of your business, but we're waiting for... They've been buying up all the meat they can get their hands on. No clue why, but they pay...
Oh my God! Wait, we're free? You're either the kindest person in the world or the dumbest. Either way, thank you. I can help you. It's the least I can do. What is it? That guy over there on the mattress died last night. I never did get his name. If you don't mind the we will.
All right, you got a disguise. Good, good. We're ready to head out. I'll meet you up by the tunnel that leads to the pit. You go get whatever you'll need for the trip. Oh yeah? Gather what supplies you'll need and meet me at the first tunnel to the pit. You'll never find your way there without me to guide you. The city's built on the backs of slaves. We're diseased and suffering. What else do you want to know? He's a guy named Asher. I don't know where he came from, but he's strong enough that he keeps all the other bosses in line. The bosses, well, they're a ragtag group of vicious little fucks, but they have the guns and the power. Asher keeps them from killing each other and keeps them forcing us to work. Medea, she's another slave like me. She's helping to organize them. She'll know when it's time. Some of us are native to the pit. Most of us are, really. People sometimes have kids before the sickness takes them. But the need for slaves has gotten bigger. Asher started importing them. Ever wonder why there are so many slavers, but you hardly see any slaves? The slaver operation in this area has been supplying the pit. What do you want to know about it? After the war, the place just turns into a shithole. The buildings start falling over, and the sickness makes people just turn on each other. Some of them change. They lose any sense of who they are. They just go around killing and fucking and eating. Like animals, man. Some people are still okay, but just, I don't know. Anyway, about 30 years ago, those Brotherhood guys come in and wipe the place out. They kill all of these sick fucks. Anything that looks like it's gonna fight, bam! Then they take whatever they were looking for and leave. Well, as bad as the pit is, it used to be worse. Much worse. It was complete chaos. Every man for himself. About the time I was born, those Brotherhood guys swept through the place. Killed anything that put up a fight. More than half the place was dead by the time they were done. It was a slaughter. But they got the worst of the worst. If it weren't for the Brotherhood sweeping the place, I doubt if Asher would have been able to get control of as much as he has. It's hard to describe. It's nasty, and it affects everyone a little differently. But the longer you're there, the more it gets you. Some just get sick and die. Others go crazy, completely psycho. They live out in the city. We call them wild men. And the worst, well, just hope you never have to see them. They turn into animals. They forget who they are. They just eat, sleep, fuck, and kill. But this cure, maybe it can stop all that. I'll meet you at the tunnel. It'll be a long trip. Let's get going. Hang on, someone's coming. Let me do the talking. Hey, what are you guys doing here?
I might ask you the same thing. You got a lot of guts coming back to this place, Werner.
Yeah? Well, I guess that's the difference between us. I have a lot of guts. You don't. That's what you get. Here come more of them. Watch out. Shoot! Shoot! We've got to keep moving. There's no time. We've got to keep moving. This is as far as I can go. It's up to you from here on out. If you dress up like a slave, you should be able to get past the gates without a problem. Once you're inside, remember your goal is to get access to Asher and find the cure. Well, you might be able to get a small gun or a knife past them if you conceal it just right. I can do that for you, but I can't promise that they won't see it and just gun you down. You want the gun? Okay, here you go.
I love it. Another slave wanted back here, huh? What's wrong? Couldn't get over the bridge? You're lucky. Why, I should... Now, would you look at this? Where'd you get all this shit anyway? Whatever. Mine now. Thanks, Scab. Now get back in there and get to work. Or next time I'll just stake you out there for the drugs.
Find some other place to be. Now!
Werner sent you, didn't he? Good. He finally found someone. We can't talk out in the open like this. Meet me in my house as soon as you can. We'll talk there.
Why are you walking around? Don't you have an assignment?
All right, we can talk now, but we shouldn't take too long. They saw you come in here, so they'll come looking for you if you take too long. I have a plan for getting you into Asher's palace, but we need to wait. In the meantime, you're going to have to blend in. I don't know what you saw on the way in, but the guards don't really take kindly to workers just standing around. You're going to need to look busy or they'll sniff you out pretty quickly. And if they get too close, you don't look like you belong here. Outside of the mill, there are a bunch of old steel ingots just lying around. Every so often, the foreman puts out a work order to collect them. It's practically a death sentence, and they never assign it to anyone. They make us pick who's going to do it. Bastards. What in God's name is a super mutant? You know what? Never mind. Whatever they are, you're wrong. What it is full of are trogs. They're what most of us hope we never become. The contamination gets to everyone to some degree. For most people, it's some form of cancer. Sometimes harmless, sometimes not. For others, the contamination drives them insane. If it doesn't kill them, it changes them. They become animals, deformed and inhuman. It's not pretty. They're everywhere and they kill on sight. I can't really help you there. Ask around. Maybe check with Marco in the mill. You might even be able to find a gun on one of the dead bosses out in the steel yard.
What's going on in here, Medea? Who is this scab?
Nothing. Nothing, sir. I was just telling this new worker about the job the foreman posted.
Oh, yeah? So he's the one that's going out to the steel yard, huh?
Yes, sir. I told him what he needs to do. He knows. 10 ingots, as fast as he can.
Well then, I hope you also said goodbye. Alright, playtime's over. Get to work, grinders. What do you look? You'd best look at the ground.
Have you seen Wild Bill around? Bill's a friend of mine, a very dear friend. We've worked the mill together for a long time. Last week we were forced to choose some. He didn't want anyone to have to die out there, but he's a survivor. He can't be dead. You look like you can handle it. Thank you so much. Just...
I think if... Yeah, what do you want? He's over in the mill.
You look too damn friendly for your own good. Don't look at me, Scab.
Get back to work, maggot. Sorry.
Don't you have work to do, Scab?
Hey, not so loud. The bosses can't see what I'm up to over here. Making weapons. Lots of them. There's something coming, and soon. So, I take the crap we find out in the yard and some of the tools we use, and I make them into stuff we can fight the bosses with. Yeah, you're the one Medea told me about. Take this. It's called an auto. Do what you can with it. Just be careful around the bosses.
Don't waste your breath. You there, what are you doing? Thanks for patching up that asshole. He's got at least another week before he drops.
So you're the lucky Scab gathering ingots for me today, huh? Good to see a little enthusiasm for once. Well, follow me. So, still your duty, huh? Who'd you piss off to get that death sentence? Actually, don't even tell me. It's not like you'll be alive for long anyways. See that fella up there? You'll be seeing lots of those. And if you survive them, you'll probably run into those crazies that live up on the blast furnace. Tell you what, why don't you do me a favor and get killed close to the door? That way, I don't have to walk so far to loot your corpse, eh? Here's the door. Get out there and grab some ingots. Don't come back without at least 10.
Billy. It's me, your brother John. You remember me, don't you, Billy? Billy?
Hostile target detected. Cooperate until the danger has been eliminated. A firing use of deadly. Move along. Is in progress. Along. Citizens are advised. Commencing attack on hostile target.